Hey, confessions outside the single wide. I guess in these modern days, now that I'm a massive YouTube star with 127 subscribers, I believe I should, oblige with modern things that I should identify myself to the audience. Trying to fit in with the times. On my birth certificate, it says I was born a male, but as I've grown, I identify myself as a construction superintendent. So if you could, not judge me and just accept me, I think that's the way we should do it, But even if you think little of me, I can tell you I'm a fighter. You need a fighter. And for me, third grade was the toughest 5 years of my life, but I kept getting up, going to practice, blocking and tackling, got through that wall. I may not have a lot of cheese on my cracker, but I'll keep going. I want to bring up a story here of my beloved industry called construction. And if you haven't been in it, you don't know what you're missing. And say you're a lawyer, you're dealing with all this stuff, you know what I mean? Come out with me. Pick up a frame and hammer. Pick up a worm drive 15 amp circ saw and run it and be a cut man for for master framers. And when I was a kid, I was a cut man. So as you're a cut man, you're basically a short order cook. So these guys are yelling these orders down for these really strange geometric shaped cuts, and you got to serve the hot bread. That's what you got to do. And boy, oh boy, did I get yelled at for screwing up cuts, and the master framer would throw that junk down on the slab, and I was despondent myself. I said, man, I got to get better. And I did get better, and I got so good that I could actually cut for two master framers at the same time. Mea culpa, though. When I finally got to get up in those trusses to try to become a master framer, I just wasn't as fast as those guys. And so I screwed up, become a construction superintendent. And but I love what I do and who I get to work with every day. But here's a fun story. Construction jokes. And if y'all have your industry jokes that they're funny, for me, this is one of the classic funny jokes. So there's this heavy frame crew working, getting the walls and trusses set and everything. They got the roll air compressor going. That's the pros one. And they got the heavy generator running. No one's running a Ryobi cut saw on this job. And this boy's, driving by looking for work. He sees that frame crew. He goes, whoa, man, they look like they are the bee's knees. They're not scattering around like a three-legged cat in a litter box. They're locked on. So pulls up, says, who's the foreman? So that guy here's Tony. Hey, Tony, I sure would like a job on your crew. And he's, Tony's busy, man. He's laying out top plates, bottom plates, everything. And he says, look, man, I'll tell you what, go on the left side of the structure, and I want you to go down this side, and I want you to tack up the fascia. You can grab the nails out of my trailer, and I'll just come check on you, see if you got what it takes. And, and he goes, he puts his belts on there. He's got that Stiletto 14-ounce titanium head, $127 hammer. He knows what it does. And that's why he bought it. So he goes up to the first truss to drive in that fascia board. He pulls out the nail out of his pouches, and that sucker's face like this. He drives her home. He goes to the next truss. He pulls out that nail, drives her home, and pulls out the next one. Nail's facing this way, throws it on the ground. He goes, he puts another one out of his bags, throws it on the ground, pulls out another one facing this way. He drives her home. And this continues all the way down the left side of the building. Finally, the foreman just, he's catches a break. He's, holy heck, hell's bells, I got to check on this potential new guy. And so he started walking down the left side of the building. and seeing all these nails laying on the ground. Those are his. He paid for them. And he goes, "Hey, son, what's the deal with all these nails down here on the ground?" He said, "I'm sorry, sir, but half of them are defective because the point's on the wrong end." And he says, "No, son, pick them up. They're for the other side of the building. I'll be here all week. Please tip the waitress."